Let's talk about red flags for a moment. In life, there are flags that are meant to guide us, meant to steer us in the right direction. For example, if you're skiing or snowboarding and you come across an orange flag, generally means two runs merging. If you ignore the orange flag, something like this might happen. Or if you're on a beach in a tropical destination and they've got the red flag out, what does that mean? Typically means undertow or dangerous current. Do not enter the water. You might get sucked out. Well, in relationships, there are red flags. And I wanted to serve you because I've coached women for more than 10 years, literally worked with hundreds and hundreds of women one-on-one, helping them navigate their love life. And so I've discovered red flags that when you see these, if you steer clear, it will support you in creating the great relationship that you want. And so in this video, I'm going to share with you 7 red flags you should never ignore early in a relationship. Check it out. Now, quick definition. A red flag is not a deal breaker. So if you see one of these red flags that I'm going to share with you, it doesn't mean cast the relationship aside. What it means is be awake and be aware that you might be entering the danger zone with this guy. It might be something to consider. And as you see things progress down the wrong way, then cast him aside. It will save you weeks, it will save you months, and help steer you or guide you towards the right relationship. And red flags aren't meant to scare you. This is simply meant to guide you and support you along your journey. So here we go. Red flag number 1 is that he is resentful towards his mom. This is an interesting one because the relationships that we have with our parents are deep-seated relationships, obviously, and the emotions run deep. And so when you're with a man, his emotional past, the work that he's done around his relationship with his mom, he might have a great relationship with his mom, or his mom might have sucked. She may have been a horrible mom. But what you're looking for is his emotional state with his relationship with his mom. If he's done his forgiveness work, if he's healed that, he says, you know what, I had a horrible mom growing up, but God bless her. She had challenges and, I just love her from afar. That's what you're looking for versus he's resentful. He still has a lot of hatred or a lot of anger towards her, because if that still exists, he's suppressing it down. It's going to bubble up and shoot out in all kinds of different directions, which might also include towards you. Second red flag, he speaks poorly about his exes. Here's what I mean. You've been with those people. You ask them, oh, well, how long you been single? Or tell me about your love life. Kind of their love life comes up. And it might not all be at once. But as you notice, they start talking about their exes over time, and every single ex was crazy. Every single ex was drama. Every single ex, it was her fault. Red flag. You want to notice that, because people who are drama carry drama everywhere they go. And they create drama everywhere they go. And so if all of his exes were crazy, well then guess what? That makes you. In his mind, eventually, you are going to be the crazy one. So if you notice that the guy brings up his exes and every single one is crazy, or every single one had something wrong with them, might be a red flag that the guy you have is drama himself. Number 3 is that your intuition is telling you that something is off. And it's not, this one's often subtle. It's not that big blaring like something's off. This, where it gets people, is where everything is right. Like there's so much about him that's right. Like he's got all this that lines up. On paper he lines up, but there's just something that you can't put your finger on. There's just something that is a little bit off. Like something doesn't quite make sense, or he's not sharing something, or something seems like it's going to come out later. When your intuition is pinging you, trust it, because almost always something comes up later, doesn't it? You end up finding out he's still married. You end up finding out he's not who he says he is. You end up finding out he doesn't live where he said he did. You end up finding out something will always come up. When your intuition is pinging you, trust it. The 4th red flag is if he is continuously rescheduling or canceling dates with you, but for good reasons. Like, we all know if someone's rescheduling or just blowing us off or breaking agreements that we're not going to be with that person. But this one is tough. This one is like, you like him, but he's constantly rescheduling because of the kids, or because there's a big work project, or because he had to really help someone in need. And these are like good-hearted reasons, endeavors that he's doing, things that you are supportive of. And so it causes you to be in this place of compassion, but you're constantly disappointed. If you are noticing that there's a pattern of that, it's just a repeated cycle of him needing to reschedule and postpone or cancel dates, take that as a red flag and be aware of that. Because someone who doesn't know how to change the drama constantly attracts unexpected crises that come up all the time, and it's just a perpetual cycle. So be aware of that red flag. Now, since we're talking about dates, and when he does show up, you want to have interesting conversation. A lot of women ask, well, what are some great questions that I can ask to both get to know who he really is and whether or not there are these red flags, and also keep the date light and fun and interesting. And I've created a great ebook for you. I'm going to post it right here, and it's 100 questions that you can ask on any date to keep it interesting, to keep it fun. Just go ahead and click on that link and you can download it. It's free. It's a gift from me to you. Number 5 is treating people differently than you. So what this means is, if you notice that he's really nice with you, but rude or dismissive to other people around you, that's inconsistency. That's not being congruent, and that could be a red flag. So you're at dinner with him and you're having this great intimate conversation, and the waiter comes by and interrupts, and it frustrates him, makes him irritated, and he's just dismissive to the waiter. Or you're taking an Uber somewhere and he's rude or dismissive to the Uber driver. Or you get to the restaurant and the hostess says that your table isn't ready yet, and he gets mad and is mean or rude to the hostess. You want to pay special attention to that, because while he may be making you feel really special and like the center of the world, if he has the capacity to be dismissive and rude to other people, it's only a matter of time before that behavior comes around and gets poured onto you. Let me share 6 red flag is mood swings. This is where he's hyped up, he's feeling great, he's the life of the party one day, and then he's super depressed the next day. If you see that someone isn't consistent and they've got really high highs and really low lows, that could be a red flag. You want someone who's in your life who's going to be a rock, who's going to be consistent, who's going to be stable, because life has its own ups and downs. Life has its own challenges, enough challenges that we're dealing with without someone whose natural mood swings can ride high and low. You want someone who can ride with you and weather those storms. And number 7 is being obsessed about work. Now, this one's a little bit tough, because it's okay to be driven. It's okay to be ambitious. It's okay to have dreams and to work hard towards those dreams. But what you're looking for here is the nuance of someone who's obsessed about work. In other words, they demote the relationship. They can't hang out because they're always working, or they're only able to hang out really late at night or obscure times of the week because everything they're doing is focused on this work. The promise of that, and what they will often say is, well, when this is done, when I sell the business, or when I get this project done, or when I achieve this milestone, then I will be able to pour into the business. And let me tell you from experience, very few men are actually able to make that transition. Because what happens for us is, man, those who are obsessed with work, workaholics, is they get so much juice from the work itself, so much juice from the deal, from finishing the project, that once it's done, they want the next one. They create another project, they'll create another business. And it's just this perpetual road that they're on. So if you're not with someone who can also prioritize the relationship and have a bit of balance and be able to do both, that's a red flag. Don't hang on waiting for some down the road promise that never comes, because that's the recipe for actually wasting weeks, months, or even years in the wrong relationship. So there you have it, 7 red flags that you should never ignore in a new relationship. And again, these are just guideposts. These aren't deal breakers, but you want to pay special attention to these, because recognizing them early can save you a lot of time with the wrong person and help you actually meet the right person. And now my question for you is, what red flags have you noticed that I didn't mention, that now that you know them and see them and spot them, they could actually help someone else avoid the wrong guy? Post those red flags in the comment section below. I always love connecting with you through those comments. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you soon.